Welcome back to ABC General Hospital channel. Today, we'll delve into the explosive drama unfolding in Port Charles this week. From shocking custody battles to suspicious alliances, let's explore the twists and turns that are leaving fans on the edge of their seats. A dangerous liaison, Lucy and Sidwell's lunch. Closing out Friday's developments, viewers are treated to a seemingly harmless scene at Bobby's Diner, where Lucy Coe and Jen Sidwell meet for lunch. But appearances can be deceiving. Sidwell, the enigmatic new figure in Port Charles, exudes charm as he probes Lucy with the question, "What else do you need to know about me?" Lucy, ever the savvy socialite, appears intrigued yet cautious. Could Sidwell be luring Lucy into a sinister web of deceit? His polished exterior and calculated demeanor suggest there's more to him than meets the eye. Lucy's instincts will need to be sharper than ever if she hopes to avoid becoming entangled in his potential schemes. This scene sets the stage for what could evolve into a high-stakes game of manipulation, with Lucy unwittingly placed in the center. Nina's maternal fury, confronting Jocelyn. Earlier in the day, tensions run high at General Hospital as Nina Reeves finds herself in a heated exchange with Jocelyn Jacks. Nina walks in on Jocelyn berating Willow Corinthos in a moment of raw emotion. Protective of her daughter, Nina immediately assumes the role of a fierce mama bear, stepping in to defend Willow from Jocelyn's wrath. However, this confrontation is more than a mere clash of personalities. It underscores the ever-growing rift within the Corinthos family, with Willow caught in the middle of a storm fueled by betrayal, custody battles, and unresolved emotions. Nina's intervention may temporarily shield Willow, but it's clear that the tensions within this fractured family are far from being resolved. Sasha's concern and Jason's plan. As the day unfolds, Sasha Corbin receives an update on Michael's condition that leaves her visibly shaken. Her concerned question, "What happened to Michael?" highlights the gravity of the situation. Meanwhile, behind closed doors, Portia Robinson and Jason Morgan discuss Michael's recovery. Portia's comment that this is the absolute best thing for him now hints at a critical medical decision being made. Could this be Michael's exit from Port Charles? With Chad Duell's departure from the show looming, fans are left speculating how his character's storyline will conclude. Will he recover and leave for a fresh start, or could his injuries lead to a more tragic outcome? These scenes carry an air of finality, leaving viewers bracing for what's to come. Carly vs. Drew, a war of words. The aftermath of Thursday's heated chapel argument spills over into Friday, with Carly Spencer and Drew Quatermain picking up where they left off. Drew's accusation that Michael's condition is Carly's fault ignites a fiery exchange, culminating in Carly's scathing remark, "I finally see you for the man that you are." This confrontation lays bare the deep fractures in their relationship. Carly's anger is palpable, but it's underpinned by a sense of betrayal and grief. Drew's frustration, on the other hand, reflects his own struggles to reconcile his feelings for Carly with the reality of their situation. Their argument is more than just a personal spat, it's a microcosm of the chaos engulfing the Corinthos family. Cyrus's calculated moves. In a chilling development, Cyrus Renault is once again in the right place at the right time, raising suspicions that he may be plotting his next move. The question on everyone's mind, could Michael become Cyrus's next victim? With a growing hit list and no regard for the sanctity of General Hospital, Cyrus continues to pose a grave threat to the residents of Port Charles. Cyrus's history of using his criminal cunning to manipulate situations suggests that his actions are far from random. Could his presence at the hospital indicate a deeper connection to the explosion at Sunny's penthouse? The possibilities are as unsettling as they are intriguing. Willow's desperate gamble. As tensions mount, Willow Corinthos takes matters into her own hands, determined to regain control of her spiraling situation. With Nina Reeves pulling the strings and Michael's medical proxy now potentially in play, Willow finds herself at a crossroads. Will she leverage her legal standing to secure custody of her children, or could her actions further alienate her from Michael's family? This subplot not only adds complexity to Willow's character but also raises questions about her true motivations. Is she acting out of love for her children, or are her decisions influenced by external pressures and unresolved emotions? The custody battle heats up. Meanwhile, the custody battle for Wiley and Amelia continues to escalate. Martin Gray's cryptic question, "What does that have to do with me?" suggests that he's been roped into the drama, possibly by Nina. His upcoming clash with Diane Miller promises to be a legal showdown for the ages, with both attorneys pulling out all the stops to secure victory for their respective clients. This battle is more than just a legal dispute, it's a reflection of the fractured relationships within the Corinthos family. Each move in the courtroom is laden with personal stakes, making this storyline one of the most emotionally charged in recent memory. Ava's high-stakes gamble. Finally, Ava Jerome seeks to use newly acquired information to her advantage, potentially in her custody battle for Avery Corinthos. Partnering with Rick Lansing, Ava navigates the treacherous waters of legal and personal intrigue. Her determination to secure custody of her daughter underscores her resilience, but it also places her at odds with Sonny and his allies. Ava's storyline is a testament to her resourcefulness and her willingness to fight for what she believes in, even if it means going head-to-head with some of Port Charles's most powerful figures. Her alliance with Rick adds another layer of complexity, as both characters navigate their own agendas. The drama in Port Charles shows no signs of slowing down, with each storyline weaving a rich tapestry of intrigue, emotion, and suspense. From custody battles and medical crises to explosive confrontations and sinister plots, General Hospital continues to deliver the compelling storytelling that fans have come to love. Stay tuned for more updates as these gripping narratives unfold. Next, we're diving into the latest twists and turns in Port Charles, where family loyalties, legal battles, and emotional confrontations are shaping lives in unimaginable ways. Let's unpack the drama step by step. Christina's emotional turmoil and Alexis's support. Starting outside the hospital, Christina is visibly shaken as she grapples with the possibility of losing her beloved brother, Michael. She confides in her mother, Alexis, sharing how Michael has always been her rock, the one who calms her storms and offers unwavering support. Her voice trembles as she recalls his reassuring hugs and words of encouragement during her darkest moments. Alexis, ever the composed and empathetic matriarch, gently reminds Christina that Michael would want her to be strong, not just for herself but for him. "He's a fighter," Alexis says with conviction, her eyes locked on Christina's tear-streaked face. "He needs you to believe that everything will be okay, just as he would believe for you." Christina nods through her tears, taking a deep breath before deciding to step outside for fresh air. This tender exchange highlights the deep bond between the siblings and the strength they draw from one another, even in the face of uncertainty. Drew and Curtis's heated confrontation. Meanwhile, inside the hospital, tensions boil over between Drew and Curtis. Drew, desperate for updates on Michael's condition, corners Lucas for information. Lucas, professional yet sympathetic, offers a brief update: Michael is in the burn unit. "That's all I can share for now." Before Drew can press further, Curtis arrives, his demeanor cold and unyielding. "What are you doing here, Drew?" Curtis demands, his voice laced with bitterness. "If you want to help Michael, the best thing you can do is leave." Drew tries to explain, insisting this is a family matter, but Curtis cuts him off with a sharp retort. "Family? That word means nothing coming from you. Michael is fighting for his life, and your presence here does nothing but stir the pot." The confrontation leaves Drew visibly shaken, as Curtis's words carry the weight of unresolved anger and betrayal. This tense scene underscores the fractured relationships and simmering resentment that have been bubbling beneath the surface. Willow's struggle between love and legal battles. Over at Nina's, Willow is trying to find solace in the aftermath of the explosion. She informs her mother that Wiley and Amelia are settled but expresses her concern about shielding Wiley from the harsh realities of the situation. "I don't want him to find out what happened to his father from a TV or tablet," she says, her voice cracking. Despite her reservations, Willow feels an overwhelming urge to be by Michael's side at the hospital, but Nina quickly intervenes. That would be a mistake, Nina warns, her tone firm yet compassionate. Your presence there could complicate things. Willow counters, stating that while her marriage may be over, her love for Michael remains steadfast. Their discussion is interrupted by the arrival of Martin Gray, who approaches with a mix of professionalism and empathy. Offering his condolences, he shifts the conversation to the looming legal matters. Martin explains that Michael's legal team will proceed with the divorce and custody battle, regardless of his condition. He advises Willow to file for temporary full custody to strengthen her position in future negotiations. Willow, however, recoils at the suggestion. I can't take his children away while he's fighting for his life, she declares, her eyes flashing with determination. Martin tries to reason with her, explaining that securing custody now could protect her in the long run, but Willow remains steadfast in her refusal. This moral stand paints Willow as a character torn between love, duty, and the harsh realities of legal warfare. Nina's role in Willow's decision. Nina's reaction to Martin's advice is telling. She silently agrees with Martin's pragmatic approach but chooses not to press Willow further. Instead, Nina redirects the conversation, offering her daughter emotional support and a quiet reminder of the stakes involved. Her reserved demeanor suggests an internal conflict, torn between her instincts as a protective mother and her desire to see Willow navigate this battle on her own terms. This dynamic between Nina and Willow is layered with complexity. Nina's insistence on keeping Willow grounded contrasts sharply with her history of impulsive decisions, making her role as a guiding figure both unexpected and intriguing. Could Nina's calculated approach to this crisis signal a turning point in their relationship? The ripple effects of Michael's condition. Michael's injuries cast a long shadow over Port Charles, impacting not only his immediate family but also those connected to him in various ways. Sasha, still grappling with her own grief and responsibilities, receives the news of Michael's condition with visible concern. Her whispered, "What happened to Michael?" reveals the depth of her feelings, adding another layer to the emotional fallout. Simultaneously, Carly and Drew's explosive argument from the previous day continues to reverberate. Carly, ever the protective mother, channels her guilt and frustration into a fiery confrontation with Drew. Her declaration, "I finally see you for the man that you are," serves as a stinging indictment of Drew's actions and choices, leaving him reeling. The impending custody battle. The battle for Wiley and Amelia looms large, with Martin and Diane Miller poised for a courtroom showdown. Their sparring promises to be a highlight of the unfolding drama, as both attorneys are known for their sharp wit and unyielding determination. The custody dispute is not merely a legal matter, it's a battlefield where personal grievances and familial loyalties will collide, leaving no one unscathed. Cyrus Renault's shadowy presence. Adding to the tension is the enigmatic figure of Cyrus Renault, who continues to operate in the shadows. His calculated moves and chilling presence at the hospital hint at a larger, more sinister agenda. Could Cyrus be targeting Michael as part of a broader scheme, or is his involvement merely a red herring? The uncertainty surrounding his actions adds an air of suspense, keeping viewers on the edge of their seats. As the week unfolds, the residents of Port Charles find themselves at a crossroads, their lives intertwined by love, betrayal, and the relentless pursuit of justice. From Christina's emotional resilience to Willow's moral dilemmas, and from Carly's fiery confrontations to Cyrus's lurking menace, the drama continues to escalate. Stay tuned for more updates as these gripping storylines reach their boiling point. We're diving into a gripping series of events that have left Port Charles residents reeling. From fiery explosions to emotional confrontations, every twist reveals more about the tangled lives of our favorite characters. Let's unravel the drama. Lucas's compassion and Carly's heartache. Lucas, ever the steady presence amidst chaos, checks in on Carly, who stands silently at Michael's bedside. The sound of ventilators fills the room, a stark reminder of Michael's fragile state. Lucas explains that a specialized team is en route to manage Michael's burns, advising Carly to step away. "It's not something you need to see," he says gently, his tone full of compassion. Carly hesitates, her maternal instincts pulling her in conflicting directions, but ultimately agrees, her eyes filled with tears. Lucas promises to stay by Michael's side, ensuring he isn't alone. This poignant moment showcases the strength of familial bonds in times of crisis. Lucas's quiet dedication contrasts with Carly's visible anguish, creating a heart-wrenching dynamic that underscores the emotional toll of Michael's condition. Sonny and Alexis's search for Christina. At the hospital, Sonny encounters Alexis, who is visibly worried about Christina. She stepped out for air, but she hasn't come back, Alexis says, her voice tinged with anxiety. Sonny immediately offers to help, and the two split up to search for her. As Sonny combs the hospital corridors, he's plagued by memories of past losses and the weight of his responsibilities. This scene not only highlights Sonny's commitment to his family but also his lingering guilt over the events leading to Michael's injuries. Alexis, meanwhile, provides a steady counterpoint, her focus on Christina serving as a reminder of the ripple effects of tragedy. Sonny and Jason confront their failures. Earlier, Sonny and Jason sifted through the charred remains of the penthouse. The air is thick with smoke and the acrid scent of burnt wood and memories. Sonny's gratitude that Avery was with Carly and Donna is tempered by his anger and guilt. This should never have happened, Jason admits, his voice heavy with regret. He blames himself for missing the signs of the bomb being planted, but Sonny interrupts, taking partial responsibility. "We all missed it," he says, though the weight of the incident hangs visibly on both men. Jason, ever the voice of practicality, reminds Sonny of their earlier discussions about an exit strategy. "This can't happen to Danny," he warns, his tone urgent. Sonny nods but remains resolute, determined to find out who targeted him and bring them to justice. This scene underscores the high stakes of their lives, where danger is a constant companion, and the cost of mistakes is devastating. Diane's legal strategy and Jocelyn's fury. Meanwhile, Diane arrives at the hospital, her professional demeanor masking her sympathy for Carly and Jocelyn. She pauses briefly outside Michael's room, taking in the sight of him connected to life support machines, before turning her attention to Carly. "Before we get into this, is there anything you need?" Diane asks, her voice soft. Carly shakes her head, her focus razor-sharp. Diane begins to outline the legal situation, revealing that Michael had filed for divorce and Willow was served the previous night while in Washington, D.C., withdrew. Jocelyn, overhearing the conversation, erupts in anger. "She was with him while Michael was fighting for his life," she exclaims, storming out of the room. Diane expected Carly to react similarly but is surprised by Carly's calm acknowledgement. "I already knew," Carly confesses, her tone betraying a mix of resignation and resolve. Diane advises Carly to take immediate action to secure custody of Wiley and Amelia, citing Willow's unstable home life and her decision to take Wiley across state lines for an affair. "Michael can't tell us his wishes right now," Diane adds. "So, what do you want me to do?" This scene lays the groundwork for a legal showdown, with Diane's calculated approach contrasting sharply with Jocelyn's fiery emotions. Carly's measured response hints at a deeper strategy, adding layers to her character's complexity. Anna and Chase's determination. Elsewhere, Anna and Chase extend their condolences to Carly and Jocelyn before setting off to investigate the explosion. Chase, his connection to Michael evident, reassures Carly, "He's family to me, too. We'll find out who did this." Anna's determination mirrors Chase's, as they delve into the clues left behind. This partnership highlights the broader implications of the attack, suggesting a conspiracy that reaches far beyond Sonny's penthouse. Willow's struggles with guilt and legal dilemmas. At Nina's home, Willow is torn between her desire to visit Michael at the hospital and her mother's insistence that it would be a mistake. "Your marriage may be over, but your presence there could complicate things," Nina warns. Willow, however, insists that her feelings for Michael haven't changed, despite their estrangement. Their tense exchange is interrupted by Martin Gray, who arrives to discuss the next legal steps. Martin advises Willow to file for temporary full custody of the children, citing Michael's incapacitation and the advantage it could provide in future negotiations. Willow vehemently refuses. "I can't take his children away while he's fighting for his life," she declares, her voice firm. Martin's pragmatism clashes with Willow's moral stance, creating a compelling conflict that underscores her inner turmoil. The broader implications. The explosion at Sonny's penthouse serves as the catalyst for a cascade of events, from family confrontations to legal battles and potential revelations about hidden enemies. Each character's response to the crisis reveals their priorities and vulnerabilities, painting a rich tapestry of interconnected stories. Sonny's relentless pursuit of justice, Jason's guilt-driven determination, Carly's strategic maneuvers, and Willow's moral dilemmas all converge to create a narrative filled with tension and emotional depth. Meanwhile, the shadowy figures behind the attack loom large, their motives and methods adding an air of mystery and suspense. As the residents of Port Charles navigate the fallout from this devastating event, alliances will be tested, secrets will be exposed, and lives will be forever changed. Stay tuned for more updates as these storylines continue to unfold in unexpected ways.